Hey everyone, and I'm doing a roster breakdown right now. I made or edited a bunch of roster players. So I edited it based on the hockey news. This is the update right here. June 1st prospect update. What I did was I took the hockey news and it had a blue chip prospect and a B list prospect, and I just went and I edited based on that. Uh, I wish I could think of a player off the top of my head, but what I did was say they were drafted in the first round just like last year. Sometimes EA would have them as a top nine when they should still at least be a top six. I'm just gonna try to scroll through here and find someone. I edited future prospects like Malcolm Spence and this kid. Uh, yeah, the Hockey News they have a top 100 prospects, and so I was able to find guys who are just coming into it, and I gave them better potential than EA had. Um, this guy, yes, he was a second rounder in top six, and they had him as like a top nine something, like 50. Like he wasn't going to develop. So at least now I guess trade value slightly there. 'Cause he was an early second rounder. Like just stuff like that. Philip Messer, yeah, see, first rounder, and he's a top six guy. They had him as like a top nine something. It's a little things like that that were throughout the whole roster. Like I found players in Switzerland and Dell. Like I went through all of them. I just obviously was looking at the younger prospect and players. I did edit NHL players. I've been doing that all year slightly. But I had to fix Tampa's cap because they proceeded to trade recently for Ryan McDonough. And so as where can I show this? Boop, 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 boop. Like Dumba and Declare's caps have been nerfed, and Stamkos' cap has been nerfed. I've simmed into the future, and they will not have any money to sign Stamkos. So Stamkos will always hit free agency now. Um, Leafs, uh, I believe, yeah, and I had to nerf Domi's cap so that the Leafs could make it. I don't know if I nerfed anyone else's cap on their team. Not really. Okay, I had to fix that. And Colorado, I fixed their cap issue. I literally just lowered Devin Taves, lowered his because his extension just kicks right in. So I just dropped him down. That fixed all their cap issues. And I don't know much else. I I just did a franchise where Connor McDavid got 120 points, Hyman got 40 goals, and then the franchise before that, he had like 80 points. He had like 80 points. He had like 80 points, and they had like 720 goal scores. EA's weird. Detroit Sims better than they should, but they have that. It's probably just that first line, and like 'cause the coaches, I can't edit coaching styles or anything, so the coach probably just gives like these three a +5 because that should work. A playmaker, a sniper, a playmaker. I guess that really shouldn't work, but they'll probably get a +3, and that puts them all at 90 basically. So, it's whatever. Dallas is streaky with the sim. I don't know why. I, I think they're fine. Um, I believe when you download this roster and load up, it will change Panarin from a top six to a franchise. There's nothing I can do about that. That's really just EA. So maybe in yours it won't. Whenever load up mine, he becomes a franchise. I believe the same is with Kucherov. I believe becomes a franchise, and I believe Marner too. It's not that big of a deal. Most of those players aren't going anywhere, so it really works out fine. Ovechkin, from multiple sims I've done, he now becomes a 20 to 30 goal scorer, and I believe that just the top six caps him, so he can't like jump back up to a 90, and then he's obviously pawing up like 50 goals again. I mean, he'll still break the record. I've had him get close to 1,000. In my current franchise, I've had him actually break the most games played mark. So he still kicks around, and he's not even at 1,000 goals yet, and I'm like year five, so he's close. But that's about it. Winnipeg. Winnipeg just played like baddish this year. Like they're an odd team to edit because realistically they should be a playoff team. They have all the pieces. They just didn't. And I can't. I don't know if I would just lower all their poise a little bit, then they would all suck forever in the playoffs. I have no idea. They're an iffy team too. They usually make it. Nashville is one of those teams too where speaking of teams, Montreal usually does bad. Like 8 out of 10 times, they will sim to be a bottom team. But then two of those other times, they make the playoffs and they're the first seed. It's I don't know. I don't know what to do there. Um, Nashville. Any other players I need to talk about? Prospects. I did create a handful of prospects like Celebrini. What's his face? Mitchkov is on Philly. Yeah, I gave him a top high six. I gave him little things like hopefully he develops. I haven't I haven't looked far enough into his development. That's about it. I tried to make realistic rosters to how they sim in real life. Sometimes I'd go in and edit like Andres Lee. I edit so hopefully he shoots a little more because whenever I see Sims, he's like barely scoring 20. So he should hopefully score more. And let's see if what I'm thinking about is still true. Like Luke Shen, he blocks a lot of shots. I gave him the shot block thing. There's I think Gudas on Anaheim like led the league last year, not this current season in block shots. Oh, I gave him those. Cool. Oh no, he's the hitter, right? Yeah. So I gave him that and stuff like that where you can find. I don't know where I'd put it. I did the roster part a while ago, and then I had been on prospects for a while. So if your team has a first round pick who was in this game who was a top nine, he should be a top six. The top four defensemen. I found a top like seven defenseman who was like a second round pick. Like EA just be hating sometimes. And then yeah, I edited next year's draft class of it, and it's kind of hard to find the kids for the other ones, but I found some of them. Able to edit them. Anyone that was in the game who was a top prospect, or even like near the 90s to the hundreds. I found the B listers. I did all that stuff. So hopefully you like it. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I can answer them. Yeah, I can always looking to improve. Like Calgary again, another team where even IRL they should be well, but they're So like I don't know. They're another team that will probably make the playoffs on you, and like I feel they should, but obviously in real life they didn't. So it's a weird little bubble you have to just accept it in. All right, well, thanks for watching and listening. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. See you in the next one.